Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiangi has affirmed the only way to address banditry attacks in Kerio Valley in the borders of Baringo, Elgeyo Marakwet, and West Pokot is through community involvement and engaging local leaders.
We agreed that effective tomorrow, we begin a renewed operation to drive out of areas of Baringo North and Baringo South, the bandits that are in those areas, to try and help our people settle back to their normal lives. We have doubled our security deployment in this region. Already on the border of Elgeyo Marakwet and West Pokot, we have brought in 5 platoons of our special GSU teams. We are going to move a new AS2 camp, anti-stock theft unit camp, to Chesegon, which is going to provide security in that area to try and help our people as they move around there.
Wakenya, kwa niaba ya wenzangu makavana ambayo kaunti yao inagusa Kerio Valley, we are about 4 or 5. Tumesimama na bwana CS na viongozi wote ambao wanatoka makaunti hizo kusema tumejitoa kabisa kusema mambo ya amani iwekwe mbele. Ile resolution ambayo tumeweka ni kwamba Wakenya wawe huru na waendelee kufanya kazi yao mahali popote, especially in the Rift Valley, na bila kuwa na hofu, wawe na mali yao na ilindwe vizuri. Sisi tumecommit viongozi wote ya kwamba hakuna upendeleo, lazima kila mtu awe huru wakati wote, usiku na mchana, na kama viongozi wenu fuateni vile tumesema.
The CS, while addressing the press on Friday in a security meeting in Nakuru County, said communal conversations are the best approach to holistically address the long-standing conflicts within the communities.
We have agreed that the leaders will now begin to have communal conversations, either using the Nyumba Kumi and the elders' councils. We are beginning to intensify communication and conversations across the border to try and bring our people together. I like the idea that all our leaders here have unanimously agreed that building a peaceful and conducive environment for coexistence is our responsibility, all of us. And we are going to work together, all of us. We have speakers here from the county assemblies. We have members of the county assemblies who are here with us. And of course, you have seen we have the senators and the members of the National Assembly. We have agreed we are going to work together on this matter. We will review this situation again, review the deployment that we have put here and the actions we have taken today in 2 weeks' time, and then see how else we will advance now the medium-term and long-term measures, including the building of the security roads and opening up parts of Baringo that have got challenges just now.
On behalf of my colleagues, we have committed ourselves, one, to cooperate fully with the security agencies, to also sensitize our citizens on what they need to do in terms of supporting the security team, to make sure that we deal with the criminals. We've agreed that all these criminals will be dealt as criminals. They will not be shielded based on the community where they come from, their constituency, the county. Ours is to make sure that that region is safe for our citizens, and therefore we are going to give maximum support.
CS Interior. He was accompanied by the respective governors, senators, and women representatives from the 3 counties, as well as Principal Secretary Karanja Kibicho. The leaders echoed Matiangi's words of affirmation, expressing optimism in addressing the banditry attacks bedeviling Baringo and the neighboring counties, attacks that have caused economic downfall as well as disruption in the learning environment, with several schools being closed down.
Mjeuri moja akipatikana wale wanasumbua watu, semeni kuna viongozi ya usalama wako karibu na sisi, viongozi wenu tunaishi na nyinyi. Tutahakikisha kwamba kila mtu aendelee na maisha yake kama ya kawaida.
All of us have now agreed that this is beyond us in terms of security operation. We leave it to the government and we support them to make sure that they flush out all the criminals. Of course, we are also of the idea, Bwana CS, that as you deal with the security issues on the ground, protect innocent civilians so that they don't become collateral damage, so that they continue being the agents of change by volunteering information to you as who are the criminals.
While admitting to security threats in the region that have seen an upsurge in crime rate, Matiangi appreciated the constant commitments by peace and security leaders in ending the conflicts.
And again, the most important factor is constant work with the communities and involving the local leaders, because they understand the area, they understand the terrain, they understand the people, and they are able to engage with the people much faster and easier than we can as even national government. And you can see the leaders' commitment here and how they're working on this. That's why I'm optimistic that we'll sort this out. Of course, I don't think that will mean the end of all these problems. They may come up, but we'll reduce them to a point where economic activity is not as disrupted as it was recently now with the disturbance of learning in Baringo and so on.
Midrift Human Rights Network in the peace and security thematic area is working closely with the communities and the security apparatus in the banditry-prone Baringo region to end violent attacks, especially in this election-yearing period.
As the operation was actually going on in these particular areas, indeed, members of the public, and especially from the Pokot side, really felt that the government used a lot of force towards the Pokots and not their counterparts. You see? Now, when you begin now creating those particular emotions, those particular feelings on the ground, people will begin to resist the change that you're bringing.
And the moment the government appears to be biased against one community, then it creates issues. Issues of disarmament should be done across all communities. Issues of development should be done across every community, should feel part and parcel of this country.
Finally, to assure the people of the North Rift that working together as we now do with the leaders here, peace will be restored, normalcy will come back, and they will go on with their businesses of building the country and building the nation. We would like the schools that have been closed to reopen immediately, and we are going to be there to facilitate them. We will provide security to the schools, either directly ourselves or through local arrangements that we are going to make with some NPRs to ensure that these schools are properly protected and our kids go back to school and learning is not disturbed again.